What up, dude? And welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl and Lions Station Unite. It's your man, Curt Steele. Today is Monday, May 9th, 2022. And if I didn't do it on Friday, happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers out there on deck for today's show. We do a deep dive on two of the Lions rumor undrafted free agents as we break down wide receiver Josh Johnson and defensive back Jermaine Waller. The 2022 draft class for the Lions impressed an NFL executive, and my man, Coach Mike Jones, looks at the Detroit Lions situation at middle linebacker. But before we get into all that noise, man, it's time to bring in the rest of the crew, man. He is the reason that some people was celebrating Mother's Day yesterday, man. Y'all know who it is. It's the man. Man. You ain't seen that yet. My man, LL, something about that.
Good morning, Proud Nation, and Wazam.
You got about 50 kids.
Yeah, y'all know who it is, man. It's the boxing pride of Jackson, Michigan, man. I know he was excited this weekend with that Canelo upset. It is who?
Coach Jones. Who is Coach Mike Jones? What's going on, Lion fans?
Let's get this thing started
right now.
Let go.
Detroit Lions talk, baby.
We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Yes, sir. We in the deep.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. We're going to start this week off with whatever Curt got for us. What we starting this one off? What we starting off this week with, Curt?
All right, we're going to talk about some of these undrafted free agents. I know you got to give the people what they want, like my man Jalen Rose says on his show all the time. And y'all asked for this, so we're going to get y'all some of this business about these undrafted free agents. All right, like the Lions, like most teams, have been busy adding undrafted free agents to their camp rosters. Yeah. And today we're going to take a look at two of them, you know, a little bit background of some of these guys. First up, we got wide receiver Josh Johnson, 5'10", 176-pound wide receiver out of the University of Tulsa. Now, he spent his freshman year at Iowa State, but was a 3-year starter for the Golden Hurricanes out there in Tulsa. In his senior year, man, he balled out. He had 83 catches for 1,114 yards with 6 touchdowns. Now, here are some of his strengths. Got strong hands, and, you know, a quarterback will covet. So, you don't want that. Now, he tracks the deep ball over either shoulder and brings in passes fluidly without breaking stride downfield. He has a knack for getting open and is a quarterback's best friend. Passers just need to toss the ball in his area, and he'll come down with that thing. Often used on deep routes, getting separation down the field on the sideline or over the middle of the field on crossing route by extending his arms and has rather than pure speed. He ain't that speed demon. He only ran a 4.62, but he knows how to get open. A savvy, natural pass catcher with reliable hands and very good focus. Snatches the ball out of the air and shows the concentration to make acrobatic catches look easy. They call that dude sweet feet. Balanced, savvy route runner, top field awareness, setting up and selling routes beautifully. He can get that thing. Now, here's some things on the downsides, man. That dude, NFL defenders may be able to knock him off his route because he is slight, with a frame. He's only 176 pounds. And he's got average height, 5'10" overall length. He ain't got long arms and long hands, so he's a little dude. So, but he lacks an initial burst off the line of scrimmage, and has more build-up speed than track wheels. Now, he has limited explosive and flexibility and will struggle to separate against pro defensive backs. Does not always use his hand to secure deep throws, allowing the ball to enter his pad and chest. Wide receivers, that's a no-no. You want to catch the ball with your hands. You want to try to get that thing in your chest because that thing can bounce off you. Like he lacks ideal size and strength, and is a smallish target with a lean, frail-looking frame. Can be overmatched at the line of scrimmage when physical defenders get their hands on him. Struggles with press coverings and was knocked down on his back more than a few times out there running routes at University of Tulsa, man. But the kid's he can play slot. He can play on the outside. He may be one of those guys that may be pushing Tom Kennedy for his role on the practice squad. But that's what he's kind of bringing to the table You know, it's one of those things. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. He can do some things well, but you know, he has some things that kind of keep him lacking, and that's probably why he did not get drafted. Now, here's a surprise guy who did not get drafted. We'll take a deeper look at Jermaine Waller, 6'1", 180 pounds from Tech. If y'all know what Tech is, it's Virginia Tech. In 2021, the dude had 46 tackles, with 31 of them being solo, with 4 interceptions. Now, he only played in 2 games in 2020 due to injury. That's maybe why he did not get the nod, you know what I'm saying, during the draft. Now, let's take a kind of deeper look at this dude. His strengths, that he plays the ball as if it was thrown for him, showing bursts back to the ball as well as good timing for the jump ball. So the dude is a ball hawk. He's aware in the red zone, stays on the back line to take away those back fade throws. You know, that's popular in the NFL, college football, but anything. You know, those fade throws in the NFL, that's a quarterback's money maker down there in the red zone. Capable of making quarterbacks pay for late throws, closing speed, and willingness to take a big hit to make him one of the most versatile safeties in this class. Now, he plays corner and safety. Now, very good athleticism and flexibility. He has plus speed for the position, great second gear with good recovery speed to make up on some missed plays. He has a legitimate NFL caliber cover skills, a quick low back pedal with a fluid hip turn to cover receivers down the field. Now, here goes some of his weakness, man. Now, we talked about all that, but if he got a burner on them, he does lack some of that recovery speed to catch up wide receivers if you wait for them to arrive. Not enough hip fluidity to adjust to top-notch NFL route runners. That's going to be a problem, especially in the league, because, you know, we got some really talented route runners, especially in the NFC North. But he's got suspect technician who too often lets the action come to him, and energy and effort are too inconsistent. He holds the ball too loosely, and if he does catch a ball pass or an interception, he's inconsistent in run support. Now, we haven't talked about this because he only had 46 of them, but he's an average tackler, getting off and inconsistent getting off blocks. Can be a step slow to react when a quarterback comes back to his side of the field in a late progression. That means he has problems staying on his stand in coverage the correct way as a defensive back. That probably why they put him at safety, was pretty the best position for him besides corner. But you got Jermaine Waller. I know a lot of people looked at him as a potential draft pick. He had 4 interceptions last year at Virginia Tech. I think that injury history may be that reason where teams kind of maybe shot off on him, and that's why he fell off of people's draft boards. But you got 2 guys here, undrafted free agents. Will they make the team? I'm not sure about Johnson, but Waller is one of those guys that maybe Arby Pleasant can, get on the field with. You look at some of the guys that we had that played last year. They were probably had those kind of same attributes coming out of college. So what do you guys think about these 2 young fellas and their potential to make the team?
Josh Johnson, he sounded just like my cousin Troy Burrell. I don't know, if you know, but my cousin Troy Burrell was on the Lions practice squad for about 2-3 years back in like 09, 010, and 11. And he sounds like he's the same type of build, a little guy, who gets in quick. I think he's going at best he'll be a practice team player. I just don't see with the explosiveness at receiver that we got, which is so surprising to say because last year. Because we got so much explosiveness now. We got, it's crazy. So I just don't see him making a roster. Maybe he'll be a practice squad player. That might be it. Waller, you know what? His technique, it all matters about his technique because Richard Sherman ain't the fastest dude in the world. You know what I'm saying? But it's his technique. So it depends on how much you want to, get to the game and get to studying and get to focusing and get his technique down and his fundamentals down and how he probably gonna have to be his own dude and you know what I'm saying? And he could possibly make the team, but I think at best they'll both be practice squad players if not cut. So
okay. All right, what you got, Ella?
Yeah, pretty much the same. Long shot on a long shot on Johnson, but Waller. Let me say this too. I'm unfamiliar with both of these gentlemen, but some people seem to be excited about us having the opportunity at Waller. Maybe we could see both of them, but yeah, I think I'm agreeing with Coach Mike on this one. Johnson may be a long shot to make the roster. Waller may be a practice squad player, may see some time this year. We'll see.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You know what we do, man. If you haven't done so already, go ahead. What you waiting on? Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel. Become a member of the Proud Nation family.
Click the
That's
one.
what it's all about, family, man. You know, get on that march to 4K. So get on the bus, Gus. Get on this ride, Clyde. Get on this train, Wayne, and go ahead and join us on this march to 4,000 subscribers. Now it's time for the family discussion topic for today. Give us your thoughts on these undrafted free agents. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do it. Go ahead and drop us a comment down below about this topic or anything you want us to talk about here on the show, or just how we're doing. So go ahead and drop us a comment. You know how we gonna do it. We're gonna pick 6 of those things because they come up later in the show and read them in the comment cards segment of the show. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, let's time to pay some bills, man. If you want to get yourself some Lions gear, man, go on over to fanatics.com, man. I'm rocking I'm a combination of salute to service gear. Now this is the 2020 cap, but this is the 2021 t-shirt I got over there at fanatics.com. Man, I'm telling you, I got so much stuff, man. This water bottle, man, I mean, here it is right there. And it got Curt still on that thing, you know what I'm saying? I got it custom over there at fanatics.com. The link's in the description below, man, and a small portion of the proceeds from that link go to help us grow the content on this channel. If you want to get yourself some Proud Nation gear, like my man LL rocking that MCDC sweatshirt as he gets that morning fog off of him right there. My man, go on ProwlShop.com, man, and rock out some Proud Nation gear. If you want to find out about the LNU shop, man, go to LNUshop.com, man, and get yourself some Lions Nation Unite gear. I got my custom draft shirt over there. If you want to know what it says Lions. If you're not in love with a quarterback, don't reach for one. You can get that shirt. I wore that shirt when we did the draft. Go ahead and go over to Lions Nation Unite, LNUshop.com, and grab that thing. You can hang out with us on the app, man. You can Google that app, man. It's in the Google, Android, or Apple App Store. And go ahead and join us and hang out with the crew over there at Lions Nation Unite. You got Micro Mike over there. You got my man Everything King. And it's just so many contributors over there at Lions Nation Unite. You can go ahead and hang out with us over there, man. But the Lions, man, the Lions draft is impressing some people, man. My man LL Cool Jones, what you got about on that topic today, man, my dude?
All right. Well, thank you for that, Curt. This topic this headline comes from PrideOfDetroit.com, and it says NFL executives believe Detroit Lions are drafting better than they have in a long time. I'm not real sure how excited we should be about that, because honestly, I think all we had to do was just have a couple of competent drafts in a row, and we would have beat that. But let's see what they had to say. I'm going to read a little bit of this article, and it says Detroit Lions fans need to start preparing. Maybe not this year, or maybe not for this year, but they should start preparing because big expectations are coming. The Lions may have only won 3 games last year, but the organization has received some serious praise for how they've been managed over the last 16 months. Head coach Dan Campbell assembled a well-respected coaching staff and gained national attention for how competitive the Lions were most of the 2021 season, including a nice stretch at the end of the season to finish 3-3 over the final 6 games. 3-1 from the bye week, right, Coach Mike? General Manager Brad Holmes found a couple potential elite pieces in this first draft, Penei Sewell and Amon St. Brown, and that was a consensus top 10 draft class. He followed up last week with an aggressive draft and found Detroit landing 2 top 12 picks for the first time in over 70 years for the franchise. The draft received even more media praise than the last, earning top 5 grades by many. But Holmes isn't only getting praise from the media. Inside the NFL circles, the Lions general manager is starting to turn heads. Over at The Athletic, writer Mike Sando talked to the NFL executives about each team's draft on in 2022. Here's what one had to say about Detroit. I feel this was the best that I've seen Detroit draft in a long time. An exec said, I do not love all their picks. I do not love taking the Kentucky kid who made their defense slower. But more than the past, I feel Detroit made moves that were football intelligent. I like that. I believe that Josh Pascal, and this is my comments here, I believe that Josh Pascal is probably the most questioned pick that we've had outside of the trade, but I honestly think he'll stick around. That just goes to show that, we've been saying it here for a little while that, the narrative about the Lions is starting to change. Maybe it's being spearheaded by GM and coach. However it is, I'm excited. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah. Well, the comment about Pascal for me is a little bit of tongue in cheek, I would say, because I think they're going to push Josh Pascal inside. Is he slower for a defensive end? Yes. Is he faster as a defensive tackle? Absolutely. He can beat guards off the line. I think, and that's what they're drafting. They're not. The Lions are building a defensive line unit, and I think he fits in that. Where he can push him inside with a Lee McNeil and Levi Onwuzurike and John Pennicini. You can push him in there with those guys, and he's able to beat guards because of his speed at that position. Because he is, was a bigger defensive end, but a smaller defensive tackle, and that can work out for him. I think that's what they're doing. Don't get me the line. I don't know Brian Holmes. We don't text each other like that. We ain't friends, but I think that's what I'm looking at for that pick. But I agree with that. Now, my man Jeremy Reisman over there at Pride Detroit, he's like, I ain't liking all this attention we getting. They're making me a little nervous. So, but I like what the way that Brad Holmes and the way that Dan Campbell are constructing this team, coaching staff, and players.
Well, Jeremy, we can get a lot of damn attention on Hard Knocks. So, yeah, man, shout out to Jeremy. You know what? I've seen a lot of praise from the draft class. I've seen a lot of people say it's a top 5 draft class. I've seen like a lot of analysts and a lot of, they say it's a top 8 draft class, top 5 draft class. So I'm just happy, man. And yeah, we could draft all before, like we didn't have no competency in that, the draft. And the fact that Holmes he's a good guy. Like he's very, very good at what he does. So, but the Josh Pascal pick will always be kind of talked about because we got to see it has to play out on the field, like all draft picks. But Pascal pick definitely has to play out on the field because he could put on 8 pounds and he's 275. You know what I'm saying? And he can play that 3 technique that Levi Onwuzurike plays. So he can be a backup role with him. But the only reason why people question the Pascal pick is because people wanted the Lions to pick a linebacker early. I wanted to pick a linebacker early. And we went on the last show, I named a long list of linebackers that were still there. And, we didn't pick them and we picked Pascal, but we just hope that Brad Holmes and Aaron Glenn got a plan. They know what they're doing. I mean, we know they know what they're doing. So we just got to wait and see, man. But it could be a missed pick because we could have got one starting linebackers, to come in and, kick Barnes to the weak side and put Anzalone on the strong side or Anzalone on the strong side and Barnes on the weak side. But hey, it is what it is, man. We got to see. Ain't nobody played yet, so.
Yeah, definitely. It's just one of those things, man. We're gonna have to wait and see. And I don't really put a lot of weight into draft grades right after the draft happens. You got to at least have a couple of years to grade a draft, just because of the fact that you don't even know if all these guys will be on the Lions even next year or will make the team this year. To be honest with you, especially some of those lower, those lower round draft picks. Just because you get drafted doesn't mean you're gonna play in the league. I'm just saying. Hey, man, if you want to go behind the scene with us, man, go ahead and follow the crew on your favorite social media platforms, man. You can go ahead and check me out. I had some interesting posts. People liked them yesterday, man, for Mother's Day, paying homage to the wife, to the daughter, to my mom, my granny, all them people that meant so much to me in my life. So, I did pay homage with them, man. If you know what I'm saying, if you want to get, take out some tasty treats, go over to LL's Instagram page, man. He got a lot of tasty. So go ahead and check that out. You know, the snacks, your snacks are abundant over there on his Instagram page, man. So go ahead and follow my man LL Cool Tones for that, for all that noise right there, man. But Coach Mike, man, we got a situation that needs to be addressed at middle linebacker. So what you got on that, my dude?
Yeah, I mean, as of right now, we don't know who's going to play middle linebacker. We don't know if it's going to be Alexander Zaloni. We don't know if it's going to be Derek Barnes. We don't know if maybe Chris Board might sneak in there. We don't know if the new rookie, I think 6th round draft pick, Malcolm Rodriguez, who I watched a little tape on, and I also watched Speakeasy's video on him. And man, I'm just right now, that's the biggest concern of the Lions football team right now is who is going to play Mike linebacker. Is we need a downhill guy to play linebacker, to play the Mike. You can kind of be a cover guy and play Will, but you can't be a cover guy playing Mike. So you know, Derek Barnes looked like he was starting to come into his own, like he was you know, he was starting to get a little comfortable. And Josh Wood seemed like he was also getting a little comfortable, but it's going to be a battle. I know Alexander Zaloni has, he has kind of that, coach's pet favoritism, you know what I'm saying, to be the Mike linebacker, but I'm just keeping it 100. So I'm just saying, so I just don't know. What it's going to be, man. And, that's the only thing that really worries me about it, is who is going to be that middle linebacker. And I know it's going to be Alexander going to start the season, but, hopefully he's developed some downhill aggressiveness and he's not looking to the side first and he takes those 2 power steps toward the line of scrimmage first. That's all in all, man. But what do y'all got to say about this middle linebacker situation?
Man, I can't believe.
But I don't know who the hell gonna start.
I can't believe you didn't mention the guy who came back to Detroit. You got Jared Davis in the mix too. You got him. I mean, he has played middle linebacker, and he's a downhill guy.
True.
I mean, you said you want a downhill guy. He's a missile. He's a heat-seeking missile, a downhill guy. So
unguided missile.
And you look at it. I would say this: if he's used correctly, and you put him in the right situation. I think he was misused in Detroit. I think that was the case with a lot of guys on the defensive side under the Matt Patricia era. They were just misused, put in the wrong positions. So it is what it is, man. LL, man. I know it was a long Mother's Day, man. You had to make all those visits. But, but like I say, man, it's going to be interesting. And I know you asked this question, who is going to be the long-term starter? I think we have at least 3 guys who can be the, a candidate for the Mike linebacker, and I think Malcolm Rodriguez is going to be one of those. It's going to be interesting to see how he matriculates up the depth chart. If he can make himself, a possible candidate. I know he's a special teamer, and looking at him, the guy can play, but he has a little bit of a background. He's very athletic. Have played quarterback and running back in high school. So the dude is athletic and he can get around the ball. The downside for him is his Chris Pillman issue. He's undersized. You know what I'm saying? Good, good movement. We'll see how he's gonna work out.
Them little arms.
I would love to see Derek Barnes take over that role. That's my candidate for it. See see double nickels right there in the middle. He played very well like that out there in the Purdue at college. So I would love to see him take over the middle. You know what I'm saying? He's very versatile. You can play him inside. You can play him outside. And he definitely can get downhill. He can if you blitz him, he's a very good blitzer. So my vote is Derek Barnes. But I know, like you said, man, Cheetah's pet, maybe Alex Angelosi may get the
I keep mine real short and sweet. I'm sticking. I'm agreeing with you on this. And I think Barnes is our future at middle linebacker, and I want to see that this year. Let's go, Pack a Punch.
All right, definitely.
Okay. Hey, if you like this content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell icon, Man, just hit all the buttons, click all the links, all of that, fanatics, all of that, man. And help us out, man. Help us get this content out to more Lions fans like yourself. Let's get these numbers up. What you got next, Curt?
All right, man. Y'all know what it is, man. How we get down. It's time for my favorite of the show. It's time for the comment cards, baby. All right, first up, we got a friend of the show. My dude, Tony Blumenschein, says, I really believe that the Lions are going to get after the quarterback this year. No excuses now. I believe that. No excuses. It is time to get this pass rush going.
Right. Friend of the show, Granzier 12 says, maybe it's just me, but I expected more insight on the UDFA than the Lions sign, or that the Lions sign. Some time has passed to do the homework on those guys. Yes, expecting more of a report on some of them, projected rounds, if they are a team captain, etc. I am one who loves to see what steals other teams get via undrafted free agent. I know of two prospects, Demetrius Taylor, Appalachian State, projected 7th rounder, is a prospect that the Dolphins were interested in, maybe even on the top 30 list. Jermaine Waller, Virginia Tech, projected 4th to 6th rounder, outside corner, could be a steal of the undrafted free agents, had a good 2021 season. Well, hopefully what we did today can help you out a little bit with that, Grandier 12.
Yeah, because we got the Jermaine Waller today, so hey. John Robinson says, Malcolm Rodriguez high school stats, 115 touchdowns, 6,144 passing, I think that's passing yards, or it might be receiving. 2,449 rushing. The kid's athletic, maybe a secret weapon on special teams, and I think he is. Speakeasy convinced me with his video, and then I went back and I looked, at a few little highlights and a few little game footage, and that boy be around the ball, man. He goes and gets it, man. His take kind of remind me of Jared Davis, the way he attacked the line of scrimmage, man. So hopefully he's a guided missile, not the unguided missile.
and outside of Oklahoma and Texas, you don't see a lot of Big 12 football. So that's probably why, very, unknown individual out there playing in that conference. Ain't like they get a lot of pub outside of, and the biggest teams in that conference are leaving to go to the SEC.
Right.
All right. Gary Westbeer says, any news on the quarterback they signed to the practice squad? Well, they did not sign a player to the practice squad or quarterback, but they do try out at rookie camp for quarterback Connor Sampson out of Western Illinois. So you can check him out. I'm definitely going to interested to see that on Hard Knocks on the tryout. You know what I'm saying, if these things come up. But the camera crews are in Allen Park and they're ready to go.
Right. Admon Washington says, bro, we got Waller as an undrafted free agent. WTF, we have a real GM. I wish I could share those sentiments about Waller. I want to get more familiar, but thank you for that comment, Admon Washington.
Yes. Scott Smith says, well done, gents.
Hey.
He's showing his happiness with the content, man, and we thank you, man. Like we always try to provide y'all with not only content that we want to give, but content that you guys want to listen to.
Right. And of course, like Coach Mike said, thank all of you guys for your comments. Leave them and we'll read 6 of them and go on that next show. But now we're going to slide from the comment cards on to everybody else's favorite segment. That is the dessert with our man, Curt. What you got for us today, Curt?
All right. So before we get into all that, what I got for the dessert with my man, Curt, it's brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. If you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. Delightful Bites, get your cookie on. Go over to her Facebook page, link it in the description. However, if you don't do the Facebook thing, you can email her at delightfulbites18@gmail.com. Now, I have to wish a very happy birthday to one of our gold members. It is happy birthday to Lionel or of Douchebaggy.
Yeah.
Gold member, man. With the crew for the draft. Very knowledgeable fan and just a good all around good people, man. So go ahead and drop her in the comments a happy birthday wish, man. Now, here's my dessert with you, man. Curt, just a little tasty nugget. The Lions will have the second shortest travel schedule or distance in 2022. They only go far west as Dallas and as far south as Carolina. So most of their games are,
Oh,
the
wow.
distance, the far teams are at home. Seattle comes in, Buffalo, some of those guys, are coming into Ford Field. So we don't have a lot of travel miles to go. We think we passed the we call that time zones 8 times only during the season. So I'm looking at that. I'm liking that we have a lot of close games. That means the TV viewership should be up for the Lions this year. So looking at that, the only team that has a shorter travel schedule is the Pittsburgh Steelers. They play all of their games this year in the same time zone. That is ridiculous. They only travel like 6,000 miles this year. It's like for road games.
What?
You look at it because you got two division. You have two all of their. That's the one division besides the NFC North where all the teams kind of play in the same area. Their same region. Look at the NFC East where you got Dallas is all the way really much in the center of the country.
Right.
And then you have all those other guys play. Saying actually in the East, but you have Pittsburgh plays in. Pittsburgh plays with Cleveland and Cincinnati, which is around the same area. And the other opponent is Baltimore, which is close as well. So, I can see that. But you looking at that travel schedule, man, I like it for the Detroit Lions. They can really hone in on, keeping some home cooking on the table during this season. So I'm liking that, man. If we can keep some home cooking, we can get the travel for our fans, the guys that go to the game everywhere. They have a lot less travel to do as well, man. I'm looking forward to seeing some of y'all when y'all come down to Carolina, baby. Play them Panthers, man. I can't wait to see some of y'all friendly faces when y'all come down here. Man, now it is time for us to go ahead and do what? Take that walk on over to the Wall of Fame. First up, we got my man Midwest Lion in the house. Bubba Bo, John Kapler, Bo Gaggers was in the building the other day, man. Good to see you again, my brother. We got my man Q, or David Anderson. This has been on the day of the week, rounding out our bronze members. In our silver members, we got my man Jason Portis, Cap Ice Cold, John Martin, Shannon Peck is in the building, and we got Go Lions. And for our gold members, we got my man Mr. Michael Huck. You know who he is, Mr. Reliable. We got that gold members meeting on Wednesday at 3 p.m. We got the inspirational Turner C. Burley, Michael Lewis, and again, happy birthday to Lionel or Douchebaggy on the gold members. We got Paul Jarose, the Mr. Rough and Raw himself, North End Ken, and the Doctor. Dr. Detroit, he is always in to become a member of the Wall of Fame. Click that join now button in the description. Now it's time for final thoughts for today's show. My man, my mellow, get on the mic because you eat jello. My man, LL, give me your final thoughts for today's show.
Final thoughts, short and sweet. Be kind. Happy Monday. Have a great week.
All right, what
Right
you got,
on.
Coach Jones?
Yeah, man. Like piggybacking off what LL said, man. Have a good week. Hopefully that all you mothers had a happy Mother's Day and got everything you wanted, and hopefully LL slid by. I'm not playing with you, man. But yeah, man, just hopefully everybody did what they're supposed to do for the moms and the women in their lives yesterday, man. And we starting this week off good news, and hey, stay positive.
Hey, man. Hey, you know how it goes, man. Now look at I know. We'll continue over the next couple of days. A couple of shows we'll break down. A couple of more of these undrafted free agents. To give you guys some background on some of these guys, and we will look at our draft class as well. We're gonna keep you abreast of all the news and rumors as they happen. But rookie camp's coming up this weekend, so we're gonna have some things to cover next week just to see what the reports are coming out of Allen Park after the rookie training camp. OTAs will be coming up real soon, and we're only a few weeks away from the mandatory minicamp, so those things are happening.
Yeah.
This crane is gonna be moving really fast. because you're gonna look up and we're gonna be in
Choo,
training camp,
choo.
man, and it's gonna be time for the preseason. So, man, stay with us.
Pull it
Man.
on
The
up.
Prowl, man. Check out the coverage.
Pull it on
We
up.
do a little bit things different right here. We give our opinions. We're not a film show. We don't do all that. You know what I'm saying? Our content is about what we got to say and what you got to say. And we're opinion, and we want to be the voice of the fans, and that's how we do it right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, man. The grind starts today. It's Monday, baby. I know it's gonna be hard, man, but you know what? If you find yourself a little bit frustrated, you know what I ask you to do? Step back, take a deep breath, refocus, man, and get back on your grind, man. It's Monday. I know it's some good food somewhere because you're eating it right now. So go ahead and take this napkin, you know what I'm saying? Some crumbs off your face, man. Finish your drink and get back to work, baby. And whatever you're doing in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Coach Mike, this is Curt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon. We love you, Jim.